Hello and welcome to Let's Play TEW 2013. This is 2K and this is TNA episode 5. Going to be doing a couple things here. Starting off with let's see. I need to see, I believe it was week 3, so I think we have some time before lockdown. But I just want to check. Lockdown is Sunday of week 3. We are currently in Thursday of week 1. So we got 3 more shows to go. So I can sort of do this angle here to start the show with Owen or Steel, Killer Steel, giving a big breakdown of how he just beat Tyler Black. Tyler Black's gonna come out and they're gonna talk some trash, and I don't know if you guys can hear that bird clock's going off. And then we're gonna get Paul Heyman, who is going to come out, and he is going to book Killer Steel versus Austin Aries, with Aries' #1 contendership on the line as our main event tonight. And why don't we get right into that? Obviously, that's got to be a 16-minute match. Austin wins. But it's not that Austin wins, it's more the interference by Kurt Angle, who we'll say took offense to some of the things that Steel says, and that's not how Steel's been conducting himself. And then post-match, actually we'll just do a backstage brawl, basically a brawl to the back. To the back. Steel, and Angle. Kurt Angle and Killer Steel brawl to the back to end the show. Right before that, we'll give Joe a good angle on Aries to hype up this, saying that it was a good run, but he's going to lose to Steel, and it really doesn't matter what happens. So that takes a big chunk out of our show. I guess I can safely assume that a tag match between Steel and Samoa Joe versus Austin Aries and Kurt Angle next show will be happening. And then, let's see, we got the Bully versus Bullet thing going on. So let's give AJ and not Carl Anderson, Gallows? Because Carl Anderson has limited appearances, if I remember correctly, and I wasted one last week, versus Bully, and actually versus the Young Bucks. And that, I'm going to give AJ the win. Decisive. And that could be the starting match. Let me just see what I booked last week. Oh yeah, this is the week Dale has to get it. And then I think this is also a week I want to have, because we have Shelton and Kenny, who've kind of been in each other's grills lately. Tagnus is not who I want. Let's have them face, I don't know, Chavo and Hernandez. Have I done this? No, I have not. Alright. So, and then Kenny King with the win. and then Kenny King can celebrate after. Alone. Like, Shelton's nursing an injury, and instead of helping him out, Kenny King just sits there and celebrates and acts like he won the whole match by himself. We can have an interview, which is going to be kind of in the middle of the show. TEW and Tyler Black. And Uli hypes up a match that's going to be coming versus Black. Let's see. I don't want to give away big matches between Uli. I can give away Batista matches, Bully Ray matches, Hardy matches. In fact, well, what is, I believe Jeff and... Yeah, Jeff and Batista are taking on Beer Money right now. So we should do something with that. Alright, Jeff takes on, we'll say Bully. And this is going to be our semi-main. And Bully can get the win. But it is tainted with some major interference, as Hardy is attacked by Rude and Storm. And then there's a post-match where Rude and Storm are still out there, but Hardy and Batista get the best of them. Daniels v. Kazarian. Let's do... I think I determined the number one contender for the belt. Yeah, Shelly. Well, let's do a tag match that can see Chris Daniels and Alex Shelley in a really fun match against Gargano and Kazarian. And Shelley can win. Kazarian can lose. Open. All out. We'll put that maybe in between this. Let's and here we go where we get Paul Heyman finally getting the approval of Gail Kim. So now we'll have, not corporate, just kind of TNA original Gail Kim. 22 minutes, we have Abyss, Kaijin All-Star, and we have Thriller, kinda, I think a backstage brawl between Thriller and Abyss would be much more interesting than either of them being in a match. And then let's see, who can be... Kurt could be in a match. Could he, though? Kurt versus, like... See, that's the thing, like, I don't want these two up here anymore, but... Like, Sabin isn't going... I guess... Gaijin All-Star. I don't know. Alright. His popularity is tanking. Not worth that much money. His momentum's terrible. Can I change his gimmick or is it too soon? It's stable. What can we change him to? That's still kind of a face gimmick. Nah. I don't even know what that is. Vengeful could work. I don't know, a fan favorite works, but like he needs to become a mid-carder fast. Like there's no like mid-card heels who I really want to bring up, and all like King, I guess, but he's already going to be in a fight. There's really no one here who's like I'm really rooting for to get to where he is. I guess the Young Bucks could keep beating them up, but like I don't know. I don't know, guys. There's no one here who I want. I guess TLA could dominate Mr. Anderson in 4 minutes. And then Gaijin, I guess, could keep himself over with wins. Because we need about 8 minutes. There is no mid-card title, is there? No, and I think I did that on purpose because we have the tag belt. So Gaijin's going to kind of float around for a while, not particularly doing much of anything. Let's make this open though. Victor is, of course, going to be Gaijin. We're going to do open, and I'm going to keep Ombre strong. And that is the show as we see it. I guess we would need to get the mid-carders in. And I would like to get the tag champs. Tag champs can get a win over, say, I don't know, Sabin and Shima Ion. Davey, Eddie, Shima. I can never do it right. Wait, how do I? Where is it? Zima? Zima. Z-E-M-A, not X-I or whatever I was doing. And Chris Sabin. In a match that I will actually put on the show, Eddie, and that could be an open all-out match. Yeah, for the title. And we'll just say that the Wolves are fighting champ, and they make the, you know, the announcers will hype up the fact that they made that open challenge or something. So we need to cut some minutes. I'm going to cut this down. And we should be fine now. But this doesn't need to be 9 minutes. There we go. Exactly 2 hours. Perfect. Robbie E is the only one not being used. And let's be real, he probably shouldn't be used. Run the show. So we are seeing here two people who I'm basically going to build the company around now. I did not realize that Steele was going to be this good on the mic. Not that I'm like disagreeing. I just didn't realize he was going to be this good. Yep, and then he books it. Steele versus Aries. I think this goes well. AJ winning. Probably give the Young Bucks a win next week to kind of get their win back. And then there will be a 3-on-3 at the pay-per-view to end the feud. Let's see here. This actually did fairly good. This did not. Okay. Alright, Abyss needs menace angles. This also did not do good. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, this did as good as the like throwaway title match that we had. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the Shelton and King tag team. They seem to be doing okay. And Kenny King, his ratings are getting a little better. Although I think he's better at talking than just being over. This also gets a C-. Day of C-. Show of C-. Sabin and Shelley, Daniels and Shelley would actually be a fun tag team to run with, but I just moved Daniels out of the tag division on purpose. Wow, that actually went very well. Okay. So Swerve, she doesn't turn face, mainly because I screwed up. Oh. Okay. That's not good. That's not going to help Roman out at all. That might. But he's not that great on the mic either, so we're not going to let him talk again. Ule's going to do his actions with his fists from now on. And Bully Bomb victory after interference by Rude and Storm. They have a great match, though. Another C- because that's what we do. Joe does his best to save this show. Actually, I take that back. Austin Aries and Killer Steel do their best to save this show. And they basically do. And then Angle ruins it. This is where I would assume the internet would be like, oh, same old TNA, putting the older guys in the big story. But we still got a C+ off the backs of that gigantic main event. So we'll try and do a little better next week. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Let's try that again. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.